today and having the place set up beautifully, so thank you. And so we acknowledge the traditional custodians of the land on which we gather today and pay our respects to their elders, past and present. I extend that respect to Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander peoples here today. Our two grand final teams of Emerald and OLINDA Creek have played on two occasions this season, with Emerald winning both. Both teams are well deserving of their place in today's grand final, and we're looking forward to a great match. I would also like to congratulate our umpires who will be officiating in today's game. I now invite you to stand if you're able, and please remove your hat for our national anthem.
Stand still, please.
Reserve for our first of grand finals in the Outer East for season 2024. First off the block is our under-11 mixed grand final between Emerald and OLINDA FERNY. Really looking forward to this game. Hopefully it should be a very close one. And as mentioned, it is going to be our first grand final off the lot. As we take a look at the match preview for these two sides, Emerald were talking about the 13 wins, just the one loss. OLINDA FERNY was second with 11 wins and 3 losses. 11 wins and 3 losses. We take a look at the last time these two sides played back in round 12. Emerald 3-5-23 defeated OLINDA FERNY Creek 2-3-15. So a pretty close game it was between those two sides back in round 12. We had a little bit of a word with the coaches through the week heading into the game. The coach, Aaron Barber of Emerald, said these boys turn up every week and give 100%. If they play their brand of football, they give themselves a great chance of going all the way. For OLINDA FERNY Creek's coach, Tim Francis, it's been a pleasure coaching these boys this season. They really love their footy, which makes the job easy. We've got a good mixture of experienced kids that have played 50 to 80 games and kids that are playing their first season. They really gelled together well and played some excellent footy. Good luck in the grand final, boys. And as we can see, both teams breaking off into positions. We're wasting absolutely no time here at Wanda North Recreation Reserve. For, as just mentioned before, for those just tuning in, it is our first grand final of season 2024. The under-11 mix between Emerald and OLINDA FERNY Creek. As we just wait for both teams, OLINDA FERNY Creek already got their centre bounce set up, ready to go. Emerald not going to be too far behind them. And that first siren not going to be too far away. Plenty of other games taking place throughout the day as well. We do have the under-12 mixed grand final coming up as well between Mount Evelyn and Upweight Tacoma. The under-14 girls between Hillsville and Westburn. The under-12 girls between Monbulk and Westburn. The under-13 mixed between Hillsville and Mount Evelyn. Run away in our under-11 mixed grand final. It is OLINDA FERNY Creek versus Emerald. As both rucks competing straight away, Emerald out of the front of the stoppage. Go inside forward, 50, nearly a mark taken, but just came to ground level. Going to be a tricky one to manage here. Kick was partially smothered. Now picked up at ground level here. Good strong tackle was laid. Now OLINDA FERNY Creek just gaining a little bit of territory for the time being, though. Really good tackle laid there by Seeger of Emerald. And our first stoppage of the game. So Emerald with the early territory being won. So up it goes in the ruck here for the Bombers. Monty Garrett, I do believe that was. Hayward, sorry, it was in fact. So up it goes once again. Hayward in the ruck for Emerald. Just couldn't quite get the tap. Olinda do get the clearing kick for the moment. It's going to be a tough one to mark. It comes to ground level. Chasing after it there for the Bloods was Cooper van der Holst. And then trying to pick up at ground level there for the Bombers. I think that was Heos. Plenty of numbers surrounding for the moment. Trying to pick it up at ground level there was Mackenzie. Huge numbers around it once again and holding the ball. So good start here for Olinda Ferny Creek. Suddenly gaining a bit of territory. Free kick to be taken by Seth Gordon. We can put him inside forward 50. No mark can be taken. Just spills to ground level for the time being. And the umpire blows the whistle. We'll have yet another stoppage. So now Olinda suddenly got the ball down their end of the ground. So up it goes once again in the ruck there for the Bloods on that occasion. Will Francis. Plenty of numbers surround it to the outer side of the ground. Inside forward 50 for the Bloods. And once again, tough one to manage. Still gaining a couple of metres of territory there, though, Olinda Ferny Creek. After Emerald initially won the first centre clearance. So once again, up it goes. Francis up against Haywood. And there's a whistle and another stoppage. The umpire wasting no time here to call the stoppages. So once again, Francis and Haywood. Here we go. This could be a chance for the Bloods if someone can take it cleanly. Francis was just unable to take control of the ball. He slaps it away. Now this could be the opportunity. Clean handballs. Looking for a teammate there in Seth Gordon. He does pick it up eventually. Got it away to another teammate there at Edquist. And the umpire has played a free kick. And this, potentially a shot at goal if Edquist, as he got the range, maybe not, sets it up to the top of the square. And a mark is taken. And this will be a set shot from about 15 out directly in front for Seth Gordon. He's been pretty busy already in the first couple of minutes of the game. And just the start here for Olinda Ferny Creek. They'll certainly welcome a goal, that's for sure. So in comes Gordon, runs out into a bit of a narc. Looks okay off the boot, he's hit the post. So first score of the afternoon there for Seth Gordon. And was just slightly offline on that occasion. So it's going to be brought back into play early days. Gordon just slightly off line there. As once again, though, the Bloods can bring it inside forward 50. No mark could be taken on that occasion. Umpire allows them to go. Here we go. Here's a clear handball. This could be a chance for Heos if he can find someone in the goal square, but he can't do so. Tackled straight away. So once again, another stoppage inside forward 50 for Olinda Ferny Creek, who've really locked the ball down there. They've done this pretty well so far. So Haywood and Francis once again. Haywood getting the better of that tap. Who can win the ball at ground level? The Bombers under all sorts of pressure at the moment. Here we go. Edquist just couldn't quite take it cleanly. In there as well was Fletcher Griffin for Olinda Ferny Creek. Just outside. Here we go. Snap towards goal. No one can take the mark. It is picked up beautifully though at ground level. Send it to the top of the square. In the end, it's going to be offline, out of bounds on the full. So the Bombers do get a reprieve in defence early days. Looks like the free kick will be taken by Kobe Hall for Emerald. Into the back pocket. Just wait for the ball to come back over the fence. So just the one behind scored so far. Olinda Ferny Creek with most of the early territory. Hall, long kick down the line. I think it's... No, umpire calls him to go. No mark was paid. Plenty of numbers surrounding this ball once again. Here they go. They get the ball moving through the outer side of the ground to Emerald. Can someone pick up the ball cleanly? Tacking it hard on that occasion there. Looked like Brogan, but he was tackled straight away. And yet again, we're going to have another stoppage. So now Emerald just regaining a little bit of control. After a good couple of minutes there from Olinda Ferny Creek. Haywood, or Francis, it was in fact doing well, but just couldn't bust the tackle. And we're going to have another stoppage on the outer side of the ground. So up it goes once again. Francis doing well, winning the tap. They just slap it forward here at Olinda Ferny Creek. They get it to about half forward, but no kick off the boot in the end. Emerald try to go back the other way. The kick was partially smothered. Here we go. This could be the chance. Once again, the kick off the boot of Will Francis, probably the busiest player in the ground for the moment. Getting a handball away there as well was Askew for the Bloods. He's turned it over though. Now Emerald can go back the other way. Ball currently in the hands of Ollie Dean, who gets the ball through the middle of the ground, but his kick's turned over and beautifully cut off there by Jack Larkin, who doesn't want to waste any time. Got to get the kick away though. He does just in time. Sends it inside forward 50. No mark can be taken. Spills to ground level. And now it's anyone's ball once again inside forward 54. The Bloods kick around the corner. The mark is taken, but it falls in the lap of an Emerald player. And once again, up the middle of the ground they go. Bit of a dangerous kick. Once again, no mark could be taken. And again, Ollie Dean attacking it hard for the Bombers, just couldn't quite take it cleanly in the end. And the Olinda players come in, lay the tackle, and we'll have another stoppage. About 55 metres out from goal for Olinda Ferny Creek, who've really kept the ball down their end of the ground. Emerald desperately trying to get it out. Their little check side kick off the left, heads towards the broadcast wing. Going to be a tricky one to handle off the bounce. Emerald seem to have the numbers to this contest, and laying a good tackle on that occasion was Jensen Barber. And he forces the stoppage. So better from Emerald on this occasion, starting to get the ball to their end of the ground. So once again, Haywood and Francis. Here we go, the Bombers. They can go inside forward 50 once again here. Who can control the ball? Plenty of players chasing after it. It's Campbell for Emerald. It was Jane. Campbell, kick towards goal. How does it bounce? Was it touched to the line? It's still in play. Can you believe that? So no score just yet. Would have been an unbelievable goal there from Ethan Campbell, but just didn't get the bounce of the ball going his way. The ball's still in play, going all sorts. Here we go. Haywood picks it up. Little check side off the right boot. Francis did well. Oh, the kick did make the distance. The umpire's happy with that one. So well done by Francis. Blood's in a little bit of trouble, but they hold up defensively for the time being. Francis assessing the options up ahead. Long kick off the left boot. Can he find a set of hands? No, he can't. Once again, comes to ground level. Going to be a tricky one to mark. Now the Bombers is there, trying to try and lock the ball to their end of the ground. Here we go. They can go inside forward 50 once again, but the Blood's got numbers behind the ball. Up it goes. Umpire happy to call that one to go. Here we go. Another chance for the Bombers. Long kick into the pocket. Can someone take the mark here? Can they get one out the back here, Emerald? No, they can't. The Bloods have got all the pace. And here we go. They can get moving out of the defensive 50. Scrambling kick gets them moving, but once again, the Bombers seem to have all the numbers here. Plenty of players chasing after it. And here we go, the Bombers. They can go inside forward 50. Campbell does just that. That's a really good kick as well by Campbell. Found a teammate at that occasion in Barber. Barber centres the ball. Not to a teammate, though. Here we go. Still might be a chance. Just couldn't quite take it cleanly there was Brogan. Still in play. Barber once again swings onto the left. Up and under ball. Can someone take the mark here? Oh, yes, they can, but it was beautifully done on that occasion by Bryn Harvey. Steadfast in defence. And not allowing the early goal. So Harvey up the line. Kick looking for a teammate there in Lurie, but he can't quite take the mark. It was intercepted by Porter. He was tackled straight away. Anyone's ball for the moment. Emerald or Olinda Ferny Creek comes to ground level once again. Getting a kick away for the Bloods. Once again, Will Francis, the business player again. Kick towards goal for the Bombers. Just falls short. Nicely done there by Garrett for Olinda Ferny Creek. Right on the last line of defence. And Garrett assessing the options up ahead, looking for a teammate of that occasion. It's through the hands, though, of Jane. Couldn't quite take the mark. They still might be able to get out here, though, Olinda Ferny Creek. They've got numbers out the back. And they're happy just to escort the ball over the boundary line. This will be a stoppage. Right in front of the commentary position. So once again, Haywood and Francis in this first quarter. Done all the ruck duties so far. Up it goes once again. Haywood probably getting the better of that tap, getting it to his teammate there, and McKenzie. Here we go. Long kick to the top of the square. No mark is taken. They'll get one down the back here, the Bombers. And there's the first goal of the grand final. And Emerald are away. And they come from all angles. An important first goal. The Bloods had about 5 or 6 minutes with the ball down there into the ground, but it is the Bombers who do score the all-important first goal. 1-0-6 it is for Emerald. Olinda Ferny Creek just the one behind. And they just kept peppering the ball in there, Emerald, and eventually the goal did come. As the ball comes back into the middle of the ground. So once again, Haywood and Francis. Up it goes. Socket off the ground. Just through the hands of that occasion of Oliver Vanderhulst for Emerald. Now a chance for Olinda Ferny Creek. Kick coming off the boot there of Griffin. It's going to be a free kick going the way of Emerald. So the Bombers with another chance, another full-way forward potentially, but that will do us for quarter time. And the scores here at Wanda North Recreation Reserve, it is 1-0-6 to Emerald. The one behind to Olinda Ferny Creek. Just 5 points separates the two sides at the first break. And we'll just take a short break at Wanda North Recreation Reserve for quarter time. When we come back, we'll have all the action from the all-important second quarter. So about to get the second quarter action underway at Wanda North Recreation Reserve. It is 5 points the difference at the moment between both of these sides. 1-0-6 for Emerald, just the one behind for OLINDA Ferny Creek. Pretty even contest it is though. Both sides definitely able to get the ball down there into the ground. So as mentioned, coming into the game, Emerald were 13-1, OLINDA Ferny Creek were 11-3. And we're underway, second quarter action, so once again it'll be Haywood and Francis to go up on the ruck, and up by just a little false start there, and we go once again. Up it goes. And now the Bloods once again pressing forward. Out the front of the bounce they come. Inside forward 50, yes, eventually, but just through the hands there momentarily of Edquist. Going to be a tricky one to handle. Once again, it's Francis with ball in hand, who's been very busy for OLINDA Ferny Creek so far. Had plenty of the ball and taken all the ruck contests. So once again, up it goes. Haywood gets the ball down to ground level. Now the Bombers might have a chance for a four-way forward here, but that handball turned over. They can't get the kick inside forward 50, though, can the Bloods, and Emerald seem to have all the numbers here. Just need to pick the ball up cleanly. Just running past it there momentarily was Algra for the Bombers, and then picked up at ground level there by Kenrick for OLINDA Ferny Creek. He's tackled straight away. Plenty of numbers around this one. And eventually Seth Gordon taking them the tackle, and we will have a stoppage. About 50 to 55 out for goal for OLINDA Ferny Creek. We've got the early territory so far in this second quarter. Once again, just getting the kick away just in time for the Bombers was Mackenzie, and here we go. Haywood has a bounce. Does he have a second? No, he doesn't. Gets the kick on the boots. A pretty good one as well. Just through the hands of his teammate on that occasion there of Cooper Vanderholst. They do get it to half forward, though, nonetheless, the Bombers. Here they go. Barber, what does he do? Gets around one, gets the handball away. Looking for the only goal kicker so far, and Johnston just wasn't quite able to take it clean on that occasion. Here's a chance. Swinging through traffic there, looking like Jarvis Rogers. He's turned it over, though. Although this kick here, a little bit errant for OLINDA Ferny Creek. The bounce, though, did favour them, but just through the hands. And they might just have to settle for a stoppage, although the umpire spots high contact, so this will be a free kick for the Bloods. And just a chance for them to steady play for the moment. Emerald with a good little press there, but just a little bit clumsy in the tackle, so kick comes down the line to a huge pack. Plenty of players fly. Unable to take the mark there was Finley Patterson. Contested it well. Wasn't the easiest one, up and under ball, and we will have another stoppage. And 60 metres out from goal for the Bombers on this occasion. Who've gotten the ball down their end, so once again Haywood and Francis in the ruck. It's OLINDA Ferny Creek who do get the clearance. And that ball beelining the boundary line, unable to be kept in play there by Kobe Hall, the skipper. And we will have another ball up. Right on the broadcast side wing. So once again up it goes Haywood. Francis. And was that on the full? Yes, it was. So this will be a free kick to OLINDA Ferny Creek. Big pack right ahead. Going to be a tricky one to mark. That's where the kick goes. Can someone stick it? Oh, very nicely done there on that occasion. Beautifully read there by Jarvis Rogers. And a nice kick down the line too. Can he find a teammate through everyone's hands? And once again, the ball goes over the boundary line. It will be another ball up. So just a bit of a gridlock on the wing at the moment. Neither side able to find some supremacy. Up it goes once again. Francis probably just getting the better of that tap. Here we go. This could be an opportunity, but just losing the ball at the last moment was Mackenzie. And once again, that ball finds the boundary line, and it's going to be a free kick to OLINDA Ferny Creek on this occasion. So what can they make work here, the Bloods? Kick comes down the line. Good mark taken there, beautifully done. Good hands there by Asher Edquist. Just barrels it down the line. Good kick in the end too. Finds a teammate. It's that man once again, Francis. Been very good so far. Onto the left boot. Sends him inside forward 50. Can someone mark it here? Comes to ground level. Could be an opportunity at the back for Patterson. Can he take it cleanly? Also an opportunity for Gordon. Goal! There we go, and the Bloods get there first, so they're back in front. 1-1-7 it is to OLINDA Ferny Creek. The Bombers, 1 goal straight. It is 1 point the difference in the grand final for the under-11 mix between OLINDA Ferny Creek and the Bombers. And we do have a player down here, so not particularly ideal. Hoping everything's okay, not particularly
Get up.
good this, so we might have to stop play. Do believe it was Gordon with the goal there. So So we might have an early injury on our hands, unfortunately. And did that well, Olinda Ferny Creek. It was a really good entry on that occasion by Will Francis. It was a good, strong mark. It was just a good chain of play. A couple of really good kicks down the line. And just a penetrating ball to the top of the square, just allowing a couple of numbers out the back. And the pressure eventually paid off for the Bloods. They've worked pretty hard so far in this game and regained the lead for the time being. So once again, it's back in the centre. We do unfortunately seem to have an injury, so we are just going to wait for the player to get safely off the ground. And it does look like it is that man, Seth Gordon, who I do believe kicked the goal. So anyway, it's back in the middle once again. Now the Bombers through Haywood. Get the ball down there into the ground. Going through the fingers. And beautifully picked up there at ground level by Taylor Jane. Sends the ball around the corner. Once again, Francis, who's been very good so far in this game. Taking a couple of big contested marks. Was the probably the player who set up that goal. But now the Bombers might have a chance. He picked up by Hayden Patterson, or Peterson it was, sorry, in fact. But now the Bloods force a turnover. They go inside forward 50 once again. Who can take the ball cleanly here? Anyone's ball to be won. Currently in the hands at the moment of Palmer, but his kick is turned over. And Edquist, who's had a couple of touches in this quarter, once again can send him inside forward 50. Good kick to about 30 metres out, and he's done beautifully. And it's that man there, Will Francis, who's had a very good start to this game, and he'd love to add a goal to his tally, I'm sure. Kick of about 25 metres required, not a whole lot of angle. And Will Francis has just about been the best player on the ground. With a big set-shot opportunity here for Olinda Ferny Creek. This to make it 7 points. In he comes, off the left boot. Looks right off the boot. Does it have the trip? Oh, it just fell short. Still might be a chance, though, the Bloods. Can someone get a kick out of the pack? Do Emerald rush it over? They get a kick away in the end. How does it go? It stays in play. This could be dangerous for the Bombers if the Bloods can get a repeat entry. Just unable to take it cleanly. There was Patterson. And there's a free kick for a hold. This is going to go the way of Olinda Ferny Creek. So Patterson sends it inside forward. 50. Is there a mark taken? No, just slipped out of the hands of the last occasion. And then Oliver van der Hulst eventually gets a little check side kick away. It was partially smothered, though, now currently in the hands of Hamish Kenrick. But it's turned over. Beautiful intercept mark there by Rogers. And Rogers sends it down the line. Up and under ball. This will be a tricky one to mark. Haywood, or Francis it is, and he's taken another intercept mark. What a game he's having. Will Francis. Really the difference between the two sides at the moment. A beautiful left leg as well. Inside forward 50. Can someone take the mark? Here comes to ground level. Just through the hands of Kenrick once more. Here we go. What can they do here? The Bombers going in hard for the Bloods was Aidan Lurie. And we'll have another stoppage at half forward for Olinda Ferny Creek. Just a slender 1 point margin. Very tight grand final it is at the moment. So once again, Haywood and Francis. Francis wins the tap. He nearly roved his own tap as well. Just couldn't quite take it cleanly. Anyone's ball to be won at ground level, currently in the hands of Brent Harvey. Can he get a kick away? Ground level ball once again. They've got to be careful here, Emerald. Need to get the ball clear. Eventually a kick out of the pack comes from Kobe Hall. Has he turned it over? Plenty of Olinda Ferny Creek players chasing after it once again. Connor Patterson trying to get it under his control. It was a tricky one to handle. The bounce probably didn't favour him too much. And we will have another stoppage. Still inside forward 50 for Olinda Ferny Creek. So once again, Francis and Haywood. Francis just smashes it forward, but it was sharked on that occasion. Patterson just couldn't quite get the kick away. Very tight corners at the moment. Kick comes out of the pack, but this could be a dangerous one for Emerald because it's going to be a repeat entry for the Bloods. High up and under ball to a pack. Who can take the mark? No one. Comes to ground level. Once again, dangerous times here for the Bombers. It's that man Francis who's just involved in everything at the moment for the Bloods. And we do have another stoppage inside forward 50. And Olinda Ferny Creek are pressing. So once again, up it goes. Francis gets the secondary tap. A kick coming out of the pack on that occasion from Lurie. No mark can be taken. Here we go. Here's a shot at goal. Looks pretty good and it's home. And the Bloods have got 2 in the second quarter. Fantastically done on that occasion. They're out to a 7 point margin. 2-1-13 it is for the Bloods. Emerald just the 1 goal so far. And the Bloods really taking advantage of their early territory being won. So it looked like it was Finley Patterson who kicked the goal. 2-1-13 they are now. And not too long to go in this second quarter. They should go into halftime with the lead, you would think. Bombers, they want a responding goal. And they do get the centre clearance. Intercept mark was unable to be taken on that occasion there by Jacob Ball. So here we go. This might be the chance for the Bombers. Tackled off of it was Aaron Aspinall. And now the kick comes away. Beautifully intercepted there by Ollie Dean. Can he centre the ball? Siren beats them. They've just got to stop this one here, do the Bloods, and they do just that. So the score's at half-time. Emerald 1-0-6. Olinda Ferny Creek 2-1-13. They trail by 5 points at quarter time, but 2-0 in that second quarter. Sees the Bloods currently lead by 7 points. Pretty tight grand final early days in the under-11 mixed grand final. And we'll take a short break for half-time. When we come back, we'll have all the action from the all-important second half.
Can he move his leg? Well, you better. I don't care if he splits it open.
So underway in the second half of the under-11 mixed grand final, and straight away it's the Bombers out the front of the centre bounce, and here could be an opportunity for Cooper Vanderholz. He was just tackled straight away though. The Bloods' defensive pressure been really good. Here is Will Francis once again, sends a kick around the body, beautifully done as well. I believe he's found a teammate there in Fletcher Griffin. Kicks down the line, going to be a tricky one to mark. It doesn't matter, because guess who? Will Francis once again already got 2 disposals in the space of a minute. Francis, long kick inside forward 50. Oh, no mark can be taken, just spilled through the hands there of Finley Patterson, one of the goal kickers. Here we go for the Bloods. Another one, is it? Yes, it is! They get out the back, and beautifully done there by Ash Edquist. They've got 3 goals, and suddenly they lead by 13 points. Fantastically done there by the Bloods. They just got the ball down there. Edquist got out the back. He read the bounce of the ball beautifully. And we have yet another goal for Olinda Ferny Creek. The Bombers need to find a response here, because the game just starting to slip away from them slightly. Still plenty of time. We'll wait for the ball to come back into the middle of the ground. So once again, up it goes. So it's Hall going up on the ruck on this occasion for Emerald. Hayward did most of the duties in the first half. Francis just slapping it forward, wheeling it forward. Here he is, once again, sending it inside forward 50. Can he find a set of hands? No, he can't. But they might get another one at the back. Surely not. Got to try and rush it over here, the Bombers. Handball inboard. It's a dangerous one. Emerald under all sorts of pressure. Here we go. Snap around the body. There's another one for the Bloods. 19 points the difference. And a beautiful left foot kick. And OLINDA Ferny Creek have got 4 goals. So 4-1-25 they are now. Emerald just the 1 goal straight. So up they go, the Bombers. They need to just get the ball down there. So it was Fletcher Griffin with the goal on that occasion. Back it comes. No mark can be taken. What can they do here? The Bombers get the kick away. And that works out just fine, so they can go inside forward 50. Good kick off the boot on that occasion there of Rogers. But a good intercept mark taken though as well. Beautifully read there by Taylor Jane. Just happy to wait. Assess the options, and that's good. Just good composure there by Jane. And a really nice kick as well to Gordon, who found space. It was a good option. Gordon kicks it down the line. Here is Fretz. Just couldn't quite stick the mark. Good second effort there by Edquist, one of the goal kickers in this third quarter. All ready for OLINDA Ferny Creek. Only about 3 minutes have gone so far. Now the Bombers get a kick away just through the hands there of Rogers. And here we go, another opportunity for the Bloods. Kick off the boot there of Seth Gordon. Oh, good mark taken though by Hall. And Hall comes out wide with the kick. Good little bit of vision, but it just fell short of his teammate there and Ollie Vanderholst, who can get it at ground level. Oh, beautifully done. Here we go. Edquist once again. Chip kick. Just beating his teammate there on that occasion of the Lurie, but he still might be able to make it work. Here we go, the Bloods. Handball comes away. Opportunity for Patterson. Oh, he was taken to the tackle. Here's another one. Lurie, oh, tackled straight away. Good defensive pressure by the Bombers, and they hold them up. And they get the kick away, but it's going to be turned over. Seth Gordon was just all over that one. Had his name written all over it, and he sends him inside forward 50. Once again, the mark can't be taken. Good defensive pressure there on that occasion by Ollie Dean. But now, once again, it's the Bloods' ball. Here's another kick towards goal. And it's offline. Lurie just unable to finish off the job, so they're second behind for the day for the Bloods, but the lead is extended now to 20 points exactly. 4-2-26 they are now to the Bombers, 1 goal straight. What can they work from the kick in here, Emerald? So they can get a long kick down the line happening. Umpire only has a fair bit of distance for that one, but that's a really good kick in the end. It works out just fine. And now the Bombers can get it moving. Who's going to mark this one? Comes to ground level once again. Defensive pressure being applied there by Jensen Barber, but once again it's the Bloods who get the ball moving forward. Beautiful kick too. And it's that man Gordon. He can send him inside forward 50 once again. Having a really good quarter of Seth Gordon, but Hall getting back with a fly, taking a good mark there for his side. Got to try and find an option up the line. Time running out already in this third quarter. Only about 5 minutes to go. So umpire just holding up play slightly. Hall comes back inboard, and that'll work out just fine. So Algra, ooh, just over the head of his teammate. The bounce of the ball not kind at all for Emerald. And here we go, Seth Gordon had a really good third quarter. Kick around the body. Can someone take a mark? No, they can't. Comes to ground level. Anyone's ball to be won. Here we go, Edquist. Or Lurie. Lurie looks pretty good off the boots. How's the bounce? It's home. And there's another one for OLINDA Ferny Creek. It's 26 points the difference. (5-2-32). OLINDA Ferny Creek to Emerald, 1 straight 6, and the Bloods, well, they've come to play in this third quarter. 3 goals, 1 behind already. Only about 6 minutes have gone. So once again, back in the middle. So we just wait for the umpire to throw the ball aloft. Up it goes. So Hayward back in the ruck for the Bombers, and here we go. Out the front of the centre bounce, inside forward 50 they go. Just no one's communicating. They needed to take a mark there. They still might have a chance. The kick was smothered though. Going to be a tricky one to handle. Just knocking the ball around. Here we go. This could be the chance for the Bombers. Good tackle laid. Very nicely done, and once again it's Will Francis. Captured Ollie Dean. Would have been an important one, but Francis just not allowing anything, and that's a really good intercept mark, in fact, taken there by Jarvis Rogers. He's probably been one of Emerald's best. Swings onto the right boot, gets it to half forward. Good kick it was in the end too. Worked out beautifully to Jensen Barber. Swings onto that right boot. Oh, once again, it's Francis. In from the side, takes the intercept mark. And they can just settle things down once again. Olinda Ferny Creek, Francis with that beautiful left leg of his down the line. Through the hands on that occasion of Patterson. The Bloods have numbers here. Edquist at ground level. Was he taken high? Umpire calls him to go. Going in hard too was Kenrick for the Bloods, and picked up beautifully now by Jack Larkin. Kick around the body. No mark can be taken there by Fletcher Griffin, but they're at the back. Here we go. Ball currently in the hands of Finley Patterson. Kicks it to half forward. Dangerous one. Can Askew get it under his control? No, he can't. They've turned it over for the time being, have the Bloods, but they're getting numbers down there quickly. Edquist once again involved. Beautiful smother there, so the Bombers, they can hold things up once again. We'll have a stoppage at half forward for Olinda Ferny Creek. And time running out for Emerald in this third quarter. They've got to try and get at least one goal before the quarter's out. So up it goes once again. Hayward and Francis. Hayward goes down. Umpire calls them to go. Seth Gordon in there. Francis, can he lay the tackle? He applied the pressure beautifully. They've got to get it moving, Emerald. Handball comes away just in time, but Edquist forced the interception. Sends him inside forward. 50, and the mark is taken. Here we go. Play on. Patterson. Kick towards goal. And he's got it. Patterson's got his second. It's 32 points the difference. And they are really starting to run away with this game. Olinda Ferny Creek. Only about probably a minute and a half left to go. And it is all the Bloods in this third quarter. They've kicked 4 goals. Emerald just the 1 goal in the first quarter. Got to try and get one before three-quarter time to Emerald to give themselves any chance. So it's back in the middle once again. Francis and Hayward. Francis just smashes it forward. What can the Bombers do? Hayward just couldn't quite get it under his control, but now they get the ball away to the Bombers. Once again, the Bloods seem to have all the numbers. Slightly overrunning it was Larkin. He goes in, though, for a second effort. Currently in the hands of Taylor Jane. He took a good intercept mark a few moments ago. Now the Bombers, they go inside forward. 50, and the mark is taken. Is there... Oh, hang on. Umpire call play on. Umpire called, and holding the ball is paid. It's going to come back to Emerald. Here we go. Advantage is called. Kick towards goal is home, and they needed that desperately, the Bombers. So they get the responding goal. Beautifully done on that occasion by Jensen Barber. And it is a massive understatement to say that Emerald needed that goal. Gives them still a glimmer of hope. Back to 26 points. And Siren should go any second in this third quarter. And there it is. So three-quarter time in the under-11 mixed grand final between Olinda Ferny Creek and Emerald, and the Bloods really getting a stranglehold suddenly on this game. They lead by 26 points, 6-2-38 to Emerald, 2-0-12. We'll go to a short break for three-quarter time. When we come back, we'll have all the action from the exciting last quarter. final quarter action underway in the under-11 mixed grand final. It is the Bloods by 26 points. What can the Bombers muster here? They need at least 5 goals to try and get themselves back into the game. They come out the front of the stoppage, but OLINDA do get that first forward 50 entry. Down it goes. This is trouble for Emerald. Here we go. Oh, the kick was partially smothered. Kick towards goal. Rolling home. Can they rush it over the Bombers? Yes, they can. They take it to safety. And crucially important that was. They could not concede the first goal of this last quarter. But they do need to get the ball moving out of defence quickly. So first rush behind of the day. Going there to the Blood, so currently 6-3-39 they are now. And here we go up the middle of the ground. Who can take the ball cleanly? Once again spills to ground level. Emerald just desperately trying to force it in there, but just unable to do so. Linda's pressure been very good all day. And eventually the umpire calls for it at half forward for the Bombers. And that's what they're going to have to do in this last quarter. Be daring, take it up the middle of the ground. So once again, Hayward wins the tap, gets it to ground level. Seth Gordon in there and whistle for a throw. There we go. So this could be a chance for the Bombers. Free kick going to be taken by Jarvis Rogers. He's been pretty busy all day. Probably just too far out to score, so he's going to need to find something at the top of the goal square, you would think. Rogers wheels onto that right boot. Up and under ball's going to be a tricky one to mark. Hayward nearly stuck. In fact, he did. Francis, sorry, it was in fact. So to the outer side of the ground he goes. Long kick down the line. Who can take the mark here? It beats everyone. And once again, the Bloods looking for that repeat entry. And here we go. They force the turnover. Through the outer side wing they go. Bounce comes all right. It wasn't really accommodating for either side, but now Emerald do get a 4-way forward. Kick looking for a team out of that occasion there of Ollie Dean, but he can't get it under his control. And here we go, Francis through the middle of the ground across the cricket pitch. Good looking kick, but the mark couldn't be taken. And Emerald need to get the ball moving quickly here, but it's the Bloods once again who win it. They get the handball away just in time. Who can lay the shepherd? Beautifully picked up there by Patterson. Sends it to the top of the square. The bounce just goes a ride. And through for another behind, so 28 points the difference it is now. Emerald still yet to find a response. So Patterson it was on that occasion with the behind. And they waste no time, do the Bombers. Through the outer side of the ground they go. Can someone take a mark here? Presenting to the ball beautifully there was Campbell. He gets the ball under his control momentarily, but once again the Bloods pressure immense and the umpire does call for it. Just forward to centre for OLINDA Ferny Creek. We might have another player down here. No, back up. So once again, Francis and Hayward. Francis getting the better of that tap, but it was Shark beautifully. The Bombers just trying to force it forward, but again, it's OLINDA Ferny Creek who forced the turnover, and they can go inside forward 50 once again. Who can take the mark? Oh, beautifully done by Hall. Reading the play beautifully was the Emerald captain. Comes out the side, and he's just missed the target. Might still work out okay. Chasing after it here from Emerald is Dean. Gets it under his control. Swings into the middle of the ground. It's a dangerous one, but that's what they're going to have to do, and that's a really nice mark taken there by Algra. Continues to move through the middle. Kick probably wasn't the best. Can OLINDA force a turnover? Can Emerald get it in there? There's still a chance here, the Bombers. Long kick inside forward, 50 from Barber, but it's turned over. Beautifully done there by Garrett. He's got a couple of options. Gordon and Francis, probably the two best players for OLINDA Ferny Creek, and Gordon eventually calls Francis out of it, takes the mark. Got plenty of options up the broadcast wing. Francis is one of those, through his hands. But once again, it's OLINDA who've got all the numbers out the back. They can get the ball moving here. Interesting kick, just going to pitch inside. Do they take it over? No, here we go. Francis gets it under his wing. Is that holding the ball? Yep, umpire right there. Francis not happy about it, but he did take them on. And so Hall, the skipper, he's got to get things moving pretty quickly. Down the line he goes. Who can take the mark here? No one comes to ground level. Gordon just swings onto that right boot. No mark can be taken. Hall with a little fingertipper on it, but it's going to be another stoppage. About 60 metres out from goal for OLINDA Ferny Creek. Probably already about 5 or so minutes gone into this final quarter, so OLINDA can probably start to think about locking it up. Edquist sends him inside forward, 50, just through the hands of that occasion there of Askew. And once again, over the boundary line, going to be another stoppage. So I've got to get things moving pretty quickly here, Emerald. Time very much against them. Up it goes once again. Hayward getting the better of that tap. Gordon nearly sharked it, but just couldn't quite take it away. And they lock it up for a repeat stoppage. So OLINDA Ferny Creek won't mind this. If they can just lock it down there into the ground, they can just run the clock down. That's all they need to do from here. Francis wins the tap. Coming away once again there for the Bombers was Dean, but he's turned it over and here's a mark inside 50. Gordon not looking to take the shot at goal. Centres the ball. They get the defensive fist into Emerald, but this is dangerous. They've turned it over once again. Picked up beautifully at ground level. Kick towards goal. Just couldn't quite get a clean kick away, and free kick for below the knees. And this is going to go to OLINDA Ferny Creek. Can you believe that? And this would be a body blow deep in the last quarter. At least an opportunity to run the clock down. It is Seth Gordon, who has already kicked one goal so far up in the morning. Only about 20 metres distance required. Looks pretty good off the boot, and that'll do just fine. And you just about reckon they're home now, OLINDA Ferny Creek. A fantastic performance, particularly after quarter time. Gordon kicks his second. He's probably been one of their best. 7-4-46 they are now. Emerald 2-0-12. And it's been a great season for the Bombers, but unfortunately, probably on the day that mattered most, it is the Bloods who've really stood strong and probably had the better performance. As we wait for the ball to come back into the middle of the ground. Only a few minutes would remain, you would think. And they just need a hold possession now. The Bloods don't really need to do anything too fancy from here. So once again, Francis in the ruck against Hayward. He wins that tap. He's just happy to smash it forward now. Just gain all the territory you can. Tough one to handle at ground level. Kick comes around the body, looking for a teammate there and Hamish Kenrick, but it just didn't quite find him in the end. And a very tricky one to handle. The Bloods just swarming him at the moment. They might go inside 50 again, and that they do. Can Hall get it under his control? Yes, he can. Handle the bounce beautifully, but that's going to be holding the ball. Drop the footy, and it's Gordon once again, who's been very lively in this second half. He doesn't want to waste any time. Sends it into the pocket. Oh, beautifully done. Good bit of vision. And he's found Finn Patterson, who's also kicked a couple of goals. Does he have the shot? Yes, he does. And he's found a mark on the goal line. Take your pick. And this will put it beyond doubt. Oscar Seeger from point-blank range should have absolutely no issues from here. This to make it 40 points the difference. And just happy to run the clock down as well. Absolutely no hurry at all for Seeger. 7-4-46 they are now. Make it 8-4-52. Make it 40 points the difference. And Sirens should be coming any second. So beautifully done there again by OLINDA Ferny Creek. Just getting the ball down their end of the ground, applying the pressure. Emerald just haven't been able to match it. So probably one last. Ball up in the centre of the ground. Hayward and Francis, who've done battle for most of the day. So once again, here we go. Comes to the outer side of the ground. Francis with a barrel, looking for a teammate on this occasion. In Seeger, who kicked the goal moments ago. They just keep it in play. I'm sure they'll just be happy to force it over OLINDA Ferny Creek. Any time off the clock's going to be handy for them. Free kick for below the knees. And this will go the way of the Bombers. So it's Dean once again. Tries to bring it back into the middle slightly, but couldn't quite find a set of hands. And once again, here come OLINDA Ferny Creek. They get the ball moving forward. They just seem to have all the numbers ahead of the ball. Good little handball, but it did put the teammate slightly under pressure. Once again, comes back to Lurie. Sends him inside forward 50. There's not another goal on this, surely. The bounce just going back the other way for the Bloods, but they still managed to control. The kick was smothered. Well done by Hall, who's fought hard all day. The captain of Emerald gets the kick away. Maybe there's one chance for a consolation goal here for the Bombers. They've got numbers forward of it. Currently in the hands of Rogers. He's been one of their best. Dean as well. Check side ball. No mark can be taken. Just through the hands of Larkin of OLINDA Ferny Creek. And now once again the Bloods can take it away. But that kick probably going to be turned over. Dean read it beautifully. Can send him inside forward 50. Check side. Just going to fall short. Bit of a half volley ball. And once again the Bloods straight through the middle of the ground. But that's going to be turned over. No mark can be taken that occasion though there by Algra. Kick was partly smothered as well. Going in hard there too for the Bombers was Campbell. Coming in too there as well was Jensen Barber, one of the few goal kickers for Emerald, and again they forced the turnover. And they're just happy to slow it down now, OLINDA Ferny Creek. Just kick it long to the contest, up and under ball. Francis there, whistle, and 25 metres it looks like. Or downfield, take your pick. So it is going to go to that man once again, Will Francis. So just happy to run the clock down. There it is. And Olinda Ferny Creek are home. What a performance it's been. Hadn't beaten Emerald throughout the season, but on the day that mattered most, they get the win. They were brilliant today. Their defensive pressure was fantastic. Their forward 50 entry is very good as well. And they'll take away a very handy victory. And they'll celebrate very hard for the rest of the day, I'm sure. 8-4-52, the final score to Emerald at 2-0-12. Congratulations to Olinda Ferny Creek, our under-11 mixed premiers of the Outer East season 2024. And they'll be very happy with that performance, no doubt. As we'll head over to our post-match ceremony. Very, very well done to Olinda Ferny Creek. Could not fault their performance at all today. Commiserations to Emerald, a very good season they had throughout the year. Just unfortunately, just couldn't quite get it together on the grand final day, but a very good season nonetheless. I'm sure they'll come back bigger and better next year. But it is congratulations to Olinda Ferny Creek. We're going to take a short break, and when we come back, we will have our next grand final, which is not going to be too far away.
OLINDA, very great, well done. And well done to Emerald Football Club as well. So
well done, you guys played all good today. To the Outer East, to the umpires, you've done such a great job all year. So without you guys, especially the umpires, these kids couldn't come out and play footy. So well done to the umpires in the Outer East. Right, boys. I really do love you guys, and I really am super proud of what you guys have achieved this year. Hang your heads up high. You've played super all year. You played super today. It wasn't your day. Alright? I know I'm proud of you, the coaches are, and all the parents. So, well done, everyone.
Ollie played well. The best on ground for the Emerald side, and that goes to number 5, Odie Hall. Guys, so can we please call up our umpires of the day, George, Bill and Will. Thank you very much. And the best on ground for the Olinda Ferny Creek side is number 8. Okay, now we'll ask for the winning coach or the premiership coach, him to come up and say a few words.
Firstly, thanks to Emerald. They've been a fantastic side all season, and you guys will see a lot more finals this future. You're a strong team, you're a strong club, so just look out, boys. We'll be back here for sure. Now, boys, wow, I don't know what to say, fellas. We're all so proud of you, parents are proud of you. And I'm just wrapped now. You've got something you can hang on the shelf at home, and you'll always remember the season. So, congratulations.
Hey, that's all right, I'll grab it.
Okay, we'll take over with you, Andy.
That's all right. Okay, so we'll start by calling up each individual player. And number 1, Jack Martin. Number 2, Harry Boxall. Number 3, Connor Patterson. Number 4, Braxton Yoss. Number 6, Bryn Harvey. Number 8, Will Ranford. Number 9, Jacob Paul. Number 10, Aidan Lowry.
Hi, how are you? Oh, yeah, good. That's good.
Number 12, Hamish Henry.
Woo, Hamish!
Number 13, Brandon Bird. Number 14, Seth Gordon. Number 16, Patrick Brisbane. Number 17, Andrew Ekman. Number 19, Harvey Kapoi. U11, Charlie Herman. Number 23, Taylor James. Number 25, Nicolai Person. Number 26, Vincent Askew. Number 27, Tristan Nogia. And number 28, Monty Garrett.
Yay, Monty!
Captain Appleton.
They're all just like, what? Oh,
Lost 2 games for the year, that's not too bad. In the ladder.
Early teens.
Of course they should do. Play as badly as that. Well drilled. Now aerial. They let him mark rather than punch. They get shell shot.
What's all this?
But also no nullifying. The coach should have said, you can't mark, punch. Not one person went for a punch. I think Kobe was the only one that did it. He played well. The limited opportunity. God, he did well.
Physical, I really
Guy was physical with him. No, the other guy was pushing on. Yeah, he did. He didn't take it. He didn't step down.
Yeah, I read.